For years, we have been told that feeling tired or having puffy eyes is just a normal part of getting older. We were told it is unavoidable, but the truth is much more dangerous. Right now, 35 million Americans have chronic kidney disease, meaning their kidneys are permanently damaged. That is about 1 in 7 adults. Here is the terrifying part. 9 out of 10 people have no idea their filters are failing. It happens quietly. Long before you feel pain, you might notice a strange mental fuzziness or metabolic fog. You might see small dents in your ankles after you take off your socks. Most advice is basic, but I have found 10 superfoods for kidney health that help protect your kidneys naturally and act as a biological shield. You must see the final food on our list. It is a total game changer. Now, let's start with the first food, red bell peppers. Many people feel stuck because they are told to avoid most vegetables to keep their potassium levels low. This makes red bell peppers your perfect starting point. They're what I call a low-burden food because they do not stress your filters. They're packed with a specific pigment called capsanthin. In your body, this acts like a polishing agent for your blood vessels. It helps the tiny pipes inside your kidneys stay flexible and wide by increasing nitric oxide. This is a natural gas that tells your vessels to relax. A major study from 2024 found that people who ate more of these peppers slowed their kidney decline significantly. When you are at the grocery store, always pick the darkest red ones. These fully ripe peppers have far more antioxidants than green or yellow ones. They help your kidneys manage blood flow without any of the heavy lifting effort. Before we move to the next food, I want to check in with you. Where are you watching from today, and how long have you been worried about your kidney numbers or high creatinine? If this is finally making sense of your frustration, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you never miss a secret. So if this is helping you today, type the word "great" in the comments. At number 2, we have blueberries. Now that we have polished your blood vessels, we must deal with the heat. Think of inflammation like a small fire that slowly scars your kidney tissues. This usually happens because of a specific trigger called the TLR4 pathway. Blueberries are a natural fire retardant for this process. They contain deep blue pigments called anthocyanins that quiet those inflammatory alarms. This protects your podocytes. These are the tiny cells that act as the actual gates in your filters. They stop oxidative stress, which is a type of cellular rust that damages your organs. In a 2024 study, researchers found that these berries could actually lower the levels of kidney waste like urea and creatinine in the blood. My secret tip is to choose frozen wild blueberries. They have more of that blue medicine than the larger ones. Just a handful a day helps stop the silent protein leak that leads to foamy urine. This provides a cooling shield for your filters. Now that the fire is under control, we need to find a way to handle the intense pressure that builds up after every single meal you eat for the rest of your life. At number 3 in our list is garlic. While blueberries cool to fire, your kidneys still deal with massive pressure every time your heart beats. High blood pressure is the leading cause of kidney failure because it physically tears the delicate filters over time. Garlic acts as a natural pressure release valve. It contains a compound called allicin. This molecule tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. This process reduces the force of blood hitting your nephrons. Those are the tiny units that clean your blood. By lowering this tension, garlic prevents the scarring that eventually leads to a permanent drop in function. But most people eat garlic the wrong way. If you throw it straight into a hot pan, you kill the medicine. You must follow the 10-minute rule. You have to crush or chop the fresh garlic and let it sit on your cutting board for 10 minutes before cooking. This wait time allows an enzyme called alliinase to activate the allicin. If you skip this step, you are just eating for flavor and missing the protection. Always use fresh cloves instead of the pre-minced jars. Those jars often contain preservatives and extra salt that can actually harm your kidney health. Choosing fresh garlic ensures your vascular system stays calm and your filters remain intact. At number 4, we have broccoli sprouts. Now we are moving from physical pressure to your biological software. Your kidneys have a master antioxidant switch called the NRF2 pathway. Think of this as a software patch that tells your cells to start scrubbing out toxins immediately. Broccoli sprouts are the most powerful way to flip this switch. They contain a compound called sulforaphane. In your kidneys, this triggers the production of natural enzymes that neutralize cellular rust before it can cause damage. You are telling your body to protect itself from the inside out. These tiny sprouts contain up to 100 times more of this medicine than a full head of mature broccoli. This makes them a true concentrated superfood for your renal system. But there is a secret to making them work properly. You must eat them raw. The enzyme that activates the sulforaphane is destroyed at high temperatures. If you cook them, you lose over 90% of the kidney benefits. If they're perfect for salads or as a crunchy topping on your meals. By adding these, you are giving your kidneys a dedicated bodyguard that works around the clock. You are training your filters to stay clean even when you encounter daily metabolic stress. This prepares your renal system for the deep lubrication that keeps your filters running without any damaging friction to ensure they never clog or fail under the weight of heavy toxins. At number 5, we have extra virgin olive oil. Once your internal switches are flipped, you must keep the system moving without any friction. Think of high-quality olive oil as a liquid lubricant and armor for your kidney vessel walls. It contains a powerful compound called hydroxytyrosol. This molecule prevents the delicate lining of your nephrons from rusting. This rusting is what happens when high blood sugar or salt damages your filters over time. A major study published in 2025 showed that people using this oil had much slower kidney decline over 7 years. But you cannot just use any bottle from the shelf. You must look for high phenolic olive oil. This means the oil was pressed from green olives that are packed with protective antioxidants. You will often see a number on the label. Look for one higher than 500. Always use this oil raw. If you use it for deep frying, you burn away the medicine. Drizzle 1 or 2 tablespoons over your food after it is cooked. This keeps the blood flow slick and protects your filters from the inflammatory damage that causes permanent scarring. Moving next to number 6, we have kale. Now we are adding a leafy defender to your plate. Most people think of kale as just a salad base, but it is actually a green shield for your renal system. It is loaded with quercetin and vitamin K1. These nutrients help your blood vessels stay flexible so they can handle the pressure of your heartbeat. But there is a massive secret to eating kale that most people ignore. This is the synergy secret I mentioned earlier. Many of the protective nutrients in kale are fat-soluble. This means your body cannot absorb them unless they are eaten with a healthy fat. This is why you must pair your kale with the olive oil we just discussed. Without the oil, the medicine in the kale stays locked inside and simply passes through you. I recommend a simple kitchen trick. Massage your raw kale with a little bit of olive oil and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice for a few minutes. This process breaks down the tough cell walls and softens the leaves. It makes the nutrients much easier to digest and reduces the risk of kidney stones. By pairing these two together, you're creating a professional-level defense system. You are ensuring that every bite of greens actually reaches your kidneys to provide armor. This leafy protection is essential because it helps your body handle the heavy acid load from modern diets. It sets the stage for our next foods, which act as the ultimate regulators for your internal pressure and protect every single delicate filter. Once your green shield is in place, we must address the constant pounding of blood against your filters. High blood pressure is like a hammer hitting a glass wall. Coming at number 7, we have walnuts. These are the soft tire regulators for your vascular system. They provide a plant-based omega-3 called alpha-linolenic acid. This helps your blood vessels stay soft so they can absorb the shock of your heartbeat. A major review in 2022 looked at patients with kidney disease who ate 30 grams of walnuts every single day. They saw lower blood pressure and better cholesterol levels without any dangerous shifts in potassium. This is very important because high pressure is what scars your nephrons over time. Those are the tiny filters that clean your blood. My clinical secret is to soak your raw walnuts in water for 4 to 8 hours. This simple step removes phytic acid. This makes the healthy fats much easier for your body to use. By softening the pressure, you are giving your kidneys the room they need to recover. If you feel like this information is giving you a second chance, please hit the like button. It tells me that this mission to save kidneys is working. At number 8, there is cauliflower. Now that the pressure is regulated, We need to clean the internal environment. Every time you eat processed food or meat, your blood becomes more acidic. Your kidneys have to work overtime to neutralize that acid. Cauliflower acts as an alkaline scrub brush. It is packed with glucosinolates that turn on your detoxification pathways. These are natural helpers that tell your body to clean out poisons. A massive study in 2024 found that people eating more of these vegetables had a significantly slower decline in their filtration rate. This happens because the fiber in cauliflower supports your gut microbiome. This creates the big AHA moment of the day. Your gut and your kidneys are on the same team. When your gut is healthy, it stops toxins from entering your blood. This means your kidneys have much less work to do. To keep these benefits, do not boil your cauliflower. Steaming it for 3 to 5 minutes keeps the nutrients inside. This low-burden vegetable helps you maintain a perfect chemical balance without adding any extra stress to your delicate filters. This chemical balance is the foundation of your survival. But most people are still afraid of the one food group that provides the most efficient fuel for this entire process. We are going to break that myth right now. Building that chemical balance leads us to a food that most people think is a mistake. At ninth position in this list, there are blue potatoes. Most people with kidney concerns are told to stay far away from potatoes because of the potassium. This is usually true for white or gold potatoes. But blue potatoes are a different species of superfuel. They are packed with deep purple pigments called anthocyanins. These are the same antioxidants we found in blueberries. They act like a cooling agent for your kidney tissue. But the real magic is how you prepare them. If you follow the cook and cool method, you change the biological structure of the potato. You roast or boil them and then put them in the refrigerator overnight. Instead, it travels to your gut and feeds the good bacteria. These bacteria then produce special cleaning agents that scrub toxins out of your blood before they ever reach your kidneys. A major 2022 research review found that people eating these colorful starchy vegetables had a significantly slower decline in the speed at which their kidneys clean their blood. It is a way to get the energy you need without overloading your system with metabolic clutter. It allows your gut to do the heavy lifting so your kidneys can rest. At 10th position, we have our ultimate superfood, apples. Now we have reached the final shield I promised you at the beginning of this video. This is your daily anchor. It is a food so simple that many people overlook its power. Apples are rich in a soluble fiber called pectin and a protective compound called quercetin. Think of these as a daily tune-up for your filtration gates. They help your kidneys filter blood more quietly and efficiently. Most of this medicine is found in the skin. If you peel your apple, you lose over half of its protective power. A massive study from 2022 looked at thousands of people and their fruit intake. They found that those who ate 2 servings of fruit like apples every day had a 25 to 30% lower risk of developing kidney disease over 10 years. This is a clinically proven way to slow down the progression of the disease. It is the perfect portable snack that stabilizes your blood sugar and flushes out waste. By including this final food, you are closing the loop on a complete protection system. You are moving from a state of silent decline to a state of active renewal. Closing the loop with that final apple brings everything together, but the real power lies in how these foods work as a team. You're not just eating a list of items. You are building a kidney health protection system with powerful foods. This is what we call the synergy matrix. It is where one food unlocks the hidden potential of another. This is the secret to moving from basic prevention to active recovery. Take the broccoli sprouts and garlic we discussed earlier. Combine the sulforaphane from the sprouts with the allicin from the garlic, you create a double shield for your nephrons. These are the tiny filters that clean your blood. A study in 2023 showed that this specific combination can blunt the inflammatory burst that usually happens after a heavy or salty meal. It is like having 2 layers of armor protecting your filters from a sudden spike in pressure and toxins. The same logic applies to the kale and olive oil. Without that high phenolic oil, your body cannot even see the vitamin K and antioxidants in the kale. The healthy fat acts as the key that opens the lock. This is the difference between just eating and actually healing. When you pair these foods correctly, you are helping your gut microbiome reduce the load of uremic toxins. These are the poisons that normally build up when kidneys. You are transforming your kitchen into a clinical pharmacy. This protocol ensures your filters are not just surviving but renewing. Building this synergy in your kitchen changes your future. Remember those silent signs? The brain fog and puffy ankles most people call normal? You now know those are not just signs of aging. They are signals that your filters need help. You do not need a magic pill to stay healthy. You need this variety of whole foods working together. A 2022 study showed that a diverse plant-based diet can reduce kidney risk by 30%. This is your path to renewal. Growing older does not have to mean getting weaker or losing your freedom. You have the tools to keep your kidneys running cleanly. Your health is not luck. It is a choice you make at every meal. If someone you love is struggling, please share this. It might be the answer they need. Let us help others find their way back to strength. Have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next video.